Hello everybody and welcome back. This is my LEGO Transformers 002 tracks. Hit into a train. That's about all I have to say about that. This is his robot mode. I tried to find a... I don't really know what kind of scheme I was going for, but I wanted some kind of... Well, what am I trying to say here? In this transformer, I have this red line in vehicle mode that goes all the way through its lower half. And so I kind of tried to figure out a way I can get the transformation to work where this actually carries through. It has red on all visible sides of its lower half, and it actually helps differentiate what is the lower half and what isn't. Just kind of an accident, but I enjoy it. Um, He has no real elbow or hands or knees, but he is a transformer. He probably has a way around that. Um, he has four wheels. I use these kinds of wheels because I couldn't find any train wheels. But you can use whatever you'd like. And he has a bit of a hollow underside. I didn't want to fill it out with unnecessary bricks or anything, so I just kind of built what I had wrapped around it. I built him from head to body, head to toe, instead of from the ground up, which is normally how I make my Transformers. So this is kind of a fest. Anyway, how about we get rid of this guy? Oh wait, first, I'll do articulation when I finish. Starting with tracks over here. Hey, get your ass over here. Get your choo-choo ass over here. That is a very weird sentence. Anyway, his transformation has a very specific order that you need to do. Starting with moving these hinges up. These will become the arms. He's a very simple transformer, though he has 126 blocks to him. But he's really, really simple. Move this down. Already we're halfway there. More or less. His arms are actually my favorite part of this transformation. As well as his head, because look, there's his head. Gonna take this, rotate it, doot, and rotate this. There's his legs. Take this, move it, or swivel it out. Rotate this up. Take a hold of this, rotate this up. Then here's here's my favorite part of the transformation. Well, one of them. Bring this down as it accordions in on itself for transformation. Then take this piece and rotate it 180 to kind of clear up his arms and give him a bit more bulky forearms. Unfortunately, you can't really make it so his arms are straight, but I did find a pseudo workaround for this, which I will show you in a bit. It's technically counting as articulation, so that's why I didn't show it to you before. Move this around. Now, for the head, you rotate this. That is not what I needed to rotate. There we go. Well, technically it is what I needed to rotate, but whatever. Take this piece right here, flip it, hinge this all forward. Take this, rotate it down. Now, Originally, when I made this, it had a bar that went, instead of being a part of the foot, the bar actually went up here. So it would have filled out this gap. If you want, you can, I'll do this on camera because it's not like there's too much you really do for it. You could make one of these. Do. And simply attach it to the front. Well, hold on. There you go, and now attach it to the front. Well, I guess you couldn't, but whatever. You get the point. You know what? No, now I gotta do this. I gotta do this to show the people. I will show the people, damn you. There you go. Now you could just move this in. And I suppose you could fit this in the, Actually, that looks rather nice. A bit gappy, but that looks... You can see how that kind of lines up with everything. Okay, that's over. Oops. That's done. You could probably fill that in with the within the train mode and such. You know, underneath that gap. Now, for articulation, you kind of saw it here, but he doesn't have any actual elbows, as I said before. But you can kind of move this, or if you move this one upward, you get a bit more articulation from it due to transformation. Due to transformation, this also rotates. So I guess you could be all pew-pew or something. I don't fucking know. His chest piece sort of moves. That's mainly because it's on computer, so it's restricted. His legs move forward and back. He does not have any knees. However, he does have waist movement. This is that way I mentioned earlier, where you could technically straighten his arms out. But he looks rather uncomfortable doing so. Yeah, he looks a bit uncomfortable. Oh well. Gonna move this back up. And that's about it for articulation. He's not very posable, but for my first transforming train, I say he did rather good. Nice and chunky. Chunkabot. Oh, it's that I'm just really glad I got the to work how I did, so that they can compress up and squish down. Because whenever I've tried making them before, they had a gap due to the how the joints work. You can't really fit a piece onto the gap, so that was annoying. And I'm glad I managed to make a way around that. Probably gonna use that for future Lego Transformers. For future reference, though, this is the second one I've made. This is the most recent one I made, although I'm calling it the second one. I actually made upwards of like 4 or 5. Actually, I made a lot of others before I made this video, so you're not gonna see this technique work out in its glory just yet. I'll transform them back before we get to the thing. That way it's already built within the thing. To undo the transformation, you just take those, rotate them down, Take this, bring it up, take this, bring it up. And I don't know why, but I find that motion oddly satisfying. Bring these over. Oh, I gotta move this down. Alright. Move that down. Move that down. Now, you gotta completely transform the head and everything before you can actually even attempt to do the arms, cause of how it all fits in here. Take this. Take this. There's lots of rotating, which I find actually rather satisfying to do when transforming something. I don't know why, it's weird, but I do. I enjoy it quite a bit. Move this. Move this down. And when it's actually built, the only problem I can possibly see would be the legs and how they don't really have any heels. Of course, this is due to how it transforms, but, whatever. And, oh, I did that wrong. You can see how that could be an issue, though. The, transforming it the incorrect manner. You may need to finagle this in a bit. That's, when you actually transform it, but it all does work, and it goes together quite well. Why aren't you? There you go. Sorry, it wasn't doing the thing. You must do the thing. Do the doing. And then just bring that down, and there you go. It looks like either a little tram or a some kind of bulldozer before it gets the little push and plow thing. Actually, if you can turn this into a bulldozer, that could probably get rid of the heel problem. You could also get rid of these, which, speaking of, these only actually exist to help cover up that little gap. But they look like water tanks, so it works rather well. And you know what? Just because that looks even cooler. Alrighty then. Get to Lego transforming and the building. 51 steps. That's not bad, actually. One. Oh, it's going to build the feet fast. Yeah, that's how I get the leg to rotate. It's not really complex or anything, but I enjoy it. And that connects there. You can see right here, this is what connects to it. Pushing that into it just to ensure it all works. That's the most important piece to this, to what makes it a train, is this one right here. As it lets the legs rotate, but also allows me to attach the wheels to it. That just exists because Pat Fella. Okay, these three pieces right here, if you do not want the hip movement, but you do want, and you want more stability instead, you can remove these and instead put a red 2x3 like this, and put it right there instead. Nothing's really lost aside from the hip movement. 2, 1, 2. Put one of them. Did you just now realize you hadn't finished? You haven't finished the rest of the leg. How dare you? Oh, this is for the other thing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. And there you go. You basically just mirror that. Or you go to the, I guess. I made this an icy blue just because I thought it would contrast the green and red. I tried making it yellow, but that just made him look like a stoplight. Or a traffic light, rather. Yeah, there you go. One, two. You basically got it all down now. Oh, so you gotta get that. Then put one of those. One. That's a weird time to do that. There's not much to really say on this area just yet, but it's there if you need to note it. Just, in case. One of them. That's the little whistle. One wheel. Two wheel. Just repeat that process, but mirrored for the dooting thing. Oh, this is for the head. So 1x3, 1x2 plate, 1x1 stud thing. One of those with, it's again one of the ones with the side piece. Like, you can make these Transformers any color you want, obviously. It's just a case of, I go with what I think looks good. People can go whatever they think looks good. Not like I'm holding a gun to anyone's head or anything to make them how I'd envisioned. Honestly, I don't envision anyone wanting to make these. Oh well. Um, it's just about done. Doot 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 doot. And there you go. It really does look like a nice little train or something, doesn't it? Maybe in a future incarnation, I'll make this blue, and I'll turn this into a flippy thing so I can flip it outward and have like an extra chest panel. Topic for later. But this has been LEGO Transformers 002 Tracks. And I will be seeing you guys next time. Have a good night. Have a good day. Whatever you do, have a great time. Good night, everybody.